Alright, today's video is changing my brake fluid. I'm bleeding the whole car. I don't know how old that old brake fluid was in there. I kind of already got started. And then I realized, hey, I'll probably get more subscribers and stuff if I start making more videos. So, yeah, that's why I already did one brake, what's it called? One brake, the right rear, because that's the what's the word? It's the way you're supposed to do it, supposedly. Right rear, because it's the farthest from the master cylinder or reservoir. Same thing. Then it goes to the left rear, right front, left front. So first thing I did was I popped that reservoir cap open. I drained as much as I could using my little pump, and then I filled it up with the soil, and then I jacked up the back of the car. And after I jacked up the back of the car, then I tapped into it and bled it, yada yada. I'm trying to speak proper and stop stuttering throughout these videos, so it's a cleaner video, but that's kind of hard, so I'm just going to go back to normal for now. So, next I'm going to go the left rear. Let me get that jacked up, and I'll record what I do. So, and I'm using a one-man method. My wife's inside. I can show her the two-man method, so you guys can see it, but first I'm going to show you the one-man method. So let me get that left rear lifted up. If your brakes are rusted as mine are, I got a wire brush. Yeah. I scrub it off. Alright. I already did, I'm just kind of showing you. Okay. Throw some penetrating oil on it. I'll probably get some ones that have a cover the whole thing later on, but right now these are stock, so just wanted to show you that part. This is the jacking point I used. Like it or not, whatever. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Here's the bleeder port. I scraped it a little bit with the wire brush. Hit it with some penetration fluid, and just set in for a little bit. And while I'm in here, because I'll probably be upgrading suspension later on, any of these bolts, just kind of bolts and nuts, just start loosening them up, loosening up all the rust, because this car is stock, so probably never been changed at all. But these are KY struts, KYB or whatever. So I don't know if they were done after. Anyways, okay. Once it's good, it is a 10mm. But on the other one, what I was trying to do with the wrench, it started slowly stripping it. So first, break the torque with it, with the ratchet. If you can get it on with a shorter standard size, then go ahead. But I got a 6-point socket on here, so I can release break the torque because it'll be pushing on all 6 edges. So let me break the torque. Alright, so once you put the bleeder on, put the hose in above it, so there's always fluid against the bleeder port. So say when it gets to how do I say it? When you press it, it's gonna push fluid out, and then when you let it go, anything that's right here is gonna get sucked back in. So you want to make sure that there's fluid here instead of air, because if this hose was down here, up to the bleeder port is all gonna be air. So when you press it and then let it go, the air is just gonna get sucked right in here. But when you press it here with the hose above it, it's gonna push fluid more or less, and if anything does get sucked back in, it's gonna be fluid because it's all sitting right here. So it doesn't look that bad. Alright, this is the one-man method. Let me see if I could do it while we're recording. Alright, reservoir is topped off, and from here I'm gonna push it and keep an eye on the fluid gauge or the sight. Alright, do it a couple of pumps. Go a little at a time because you are by yourself, so you don't have the luxury of having eyes everywhere when you need them. But you can already see the clear fluid coming in, so that's good. Let me go get my wife so she can pump and you can see what's actually going on over here. So you can actually see just off of those couple pumps, it's already clean fluid, so that's good. So hold on. Alright, so right now when she pumps it, you won't really be able to see the fluid maybe. Alright, go ahead. Alright, you can't see any bubbles, but there's no bubbles. I guess I could show you like this. Alright, main thing is keeping fluid up and down, all the way down to the bleeder. But alright, go ahead and pump it a couple times. See, it's throwing fluid out, and like I said, a couple more times. Any fluid that gets sucked back in, it's going to be clean fluid, and that's how you do that. Alright, with fluid still in the line, you want to close it off and get a better light. Alright, you want to close it off. Alright, she's snugged up right there, so I don't want to break the bleeder port till it bottoms out. And you don't need to fucking torque it all crazy, because it's not like a fucking nut. It's pretty much just a little valve that you're gonna be, when you're loosening it, it just opens up the valley more so fluid can come out. So you want to snug it up so it doesn't leak out, but you don't gotta fucking torque it. So then, to make it cleaner, move the bottle out the way first, then let all the fluid fall down, let gravity take it away, and then you can take it off. The bleeder. So, and for instance, like I said, I'm gonna be doing future suspension probably upgrades. So, any mount bolts, hit it with penetrating oil right now. So I'm gonna hit that up. Upper control arm. You know what I mean? Just if you know what you're gonna be doing, prep up now. So when the time comes that you're gonna be doing stuff, you're not fucking struggling with the rust. You're not struggling with the torque. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get a Z32 differential, limited slip, but it's hard to come by. But I don't know when I'm gonna get it. But I'm already lubing up the mount point. Yeah, like those two that you see right here. I'm already taking off the rust, lubricating it, so when it comes down to it, I'll be able to break them off and spend less time trying to get it off without snapping stuff. So like for now, I'm gonna hit up these lug nuts for later on. So that's it. Maybe I'll show you once I'm done all the way. Compared to my Taurus, like this is the first time I've had the car up and looking at these wheels or the inside of the area. There's pretty much nothing. There's like a sway bar, a control arm, a tie rod, fucking a toe adjuster, I guess. And that's about fucking it. It's crazy. It's so easy. Like, I'm used to my front wheel drive Taurus because the transmission sitting back here, the drive shaft's in here, everything's up fucking front. It's just so weird seeing it different for the first time. It's pretty cool. Alright, anyways, let me get to the front one. And I'm going to show you when it's going from the dirty fluid transferring to the clean fluid. So I'm going to have my wife pump the brakes and yada yada. So I just wanted to talk about that as how I'm not used to that. So alright, so see, I drained most of it. It's still orange. I'm going to pop this open right now so you kind of see Where's it gonna start off the race? I can find the damn wrench. Alright, so. Oh, that's pretty bad right there. Alright, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get my wife. I'm gonna get my wife so I can show you the transition. I mean, so the dirty fluid. Go ahead. Alright, it's going. And see how there's fluid when every time it comes back, there's fluid that comes back. Well, that's all the dirty. That's why you gotta keep it up. So the dirty fluid, even if it is dirty, fluid gets back in here. Alright, so once I was done, finished off with the left one, top it off. You see all that fresh fluid in there. Now, that is a brake change, or I'm sorry, brake bleeding and drain and service. So there you go.